Hello again, I am Joe Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham Racing. Tonight's round 4, we are heading to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. So we have 4 days to go until the Japanese Grand Prix, and we are about to get an injection of cash from our sponsors, which we do kind of need. We have a lack of upgrades. As you can see, they were supposed to be going on the car. At least one of each was supposed to be going on the car for this race. And unfortunately, we had a problem, and we had to shut down the design center because it caught fire again. So they are not going to be ready to go into manufacturing now till after, I don't think, or maybe the day of the Japanese Grand Prix. Yeah, the day of. So they're going to be late on the car. They're 2 weeks late, and I'm not sure when we're going to get them now for which race. We might have enough to put them on the car. Well, we'll have enough to put them on the car here for China, but it's a sprint weekend, and I don't know if I want to risk putting brand new upgrades on the car for China when I don't have spares. You can see here the suspension and underfloor will also then be ready during the weekend of China, which means I'll have one of each for Miami, and again, maybe not so rushing to get them on the car there for the same reason. So it might well be that we don't have our side pods and chassis on the car until Miami, and then our underfloor and suspension until the race after Miami, which will be Imola. So it's not an ideal situation, but we can at least try and work around that as best we can. Let's head to our sponsor review first of all. And there we go, 5.5 million. Big injection of cash from our sponsors. That puts me on 7.7. The first thing I'm going to do is build a... actually, that one's cheaper. Let's build the suspension simulator. There we go. And now we get to set a new sponsor plan. We do have a mandatory activity here, so there is no visible payout for the mandatory up here, but I think we will get something for it. Let's have a little look at what we've got. So we could do a driver appearance. That would affect his mentality, which would have a big impact on his stats. Driver performance rating. I don't know how much of an impact that's going to have on his stats. Let's see, we've got a promotional tour here. 2 of my engineers will take part in a tour. How many engineers do I have right now? Because I've only got 4. Did I keep 2 extra? I kept 2 spare just for that kind of thing. So we can definitely pencil that one in. And then still have an engineer for each slot. How you doing, Dino? So that's given us a little bit of a chunk there. Gonna need to do something big. Go with a factory. Let's go with a Logan appearance. Might have to do one for Mick as well here. Yeah, looks like I am. I don't think I'm going to earn enough points otherwise if I go for something else. All right, we'll have to go with a marketing event for Mick. Let's go with the CFD sim, and then I just need a tiny bit more, and that will be another non-race appearance, and that will just get us over. Quite a hectic month there, or 6-week period on that sponsor plan. How you doing, Clark? All right, so we have received and then spent most of the money. Our helipad upgrade is done. It's going to cost me 800 grand. I'm not going to do that just yet because our upgrades drop tomorrow. And now I want to try and at least get some of these into manufacturing. So it's chassis and side pods. Chassis aren't cheap. There we go. Side pods are a little bit cheaper. I don't have enough for 2. So we'll get at least 1 started. Then we can build some more afterwards. There we go. And that leaves me with 171,000, which is not a lot of money, but it is at least something. So let's have a look. It's going to be hot and dry for Suzuka. So tyre wear will be an issue. Looks like we're probably going to be running soft, medium, medium for this Grand Prix, unless I can keep pace by running soft tyres in a lower pace setting, which is possible. Also, this might bring the hard tyres into viability as well. Let's take a quick look at how our drivers are feeling. Logan, obviously miserable because we've just shoved a load of sponsor stuff on him. What are his stats looking like? Not very good. Even Mick, his stats have dropped again, back down to basic level. It does not have that happy little buzz that he did in the previous Grand Prix. Not that it really gave him much extra performance. So, again, Mick is probably going to be the lead driver out of the 2. Going to go 21st with Logan, and we're going to go 20th with Mick. And just pray for a retirement, or at least a car that we can beat.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favourite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix. It was Charles Leclerc who tasted victory in the last race, but he will surely be looking to find the recipe for success again and achieve another podium place. It's time then for another thrilling weekend of F1 drama.
Hauger binned it in Japan on the final lap. Ouch. How expensive was the repair bill? Was it just a broken wing, or was it, arse first into a barrier and big powertrain damage? Right, let's see. Engines looking okay. And looking okay. Gearbox is getting low. for Logan. 42%. Not great to be that low that early. That's definitely worse than Schumacher's by quite a way. So, done the run plan. Let's do the setup. Let's go with that on the camber. Let's go with a 9, maybe no 7.3. I want to go with a 13.5, I think, on the rear wing. This circuit. I don't remember what my rear wing needs to be here. I'm going to go with a 12.5. So there we go. That's Logan's car done. Let's do Mick. Let's go with a 13 on this one. Go with an 8. And let's send them out. It was us first. Rear wing, chassis, suspension, and engine damage, and a lot of gearbox damage. Yeah, those are the worst kind of crashes. They really are, because it's not just the obviously the chassis and the suspension. Rear wing's easy to replace, and they're not that expensive or time consuming to replace. But it's the fact that your engine is exposed to impact damage as well. There's so much additional damage that becomes much more expensive later in the season.
Radiator.
Copy, loud and clear. Just focus on getting the brakes.
Copy. Copy.
Let's look at getting a screenshot for our thumbnail. I forgot to do this for Albert Park for Melbourne, and so it's quite a shitty picture. It's a screen grab from my tablet. With a lot of blurring on it. There we go, the iconic Senna S's. And then we'll get one at the hairpin, and then one at the bus stop. Not the bus stop, sorry, the triangle.
How are my tire tabs?
Not a good angle that time. Let's have a look at Logan. Oh, maybe I can get the Ferris wheel. The iconic Japanese Ferris wheel. Not from that shot. Alright, well, that'll do for now. He felt a bit Williams. Yeah. It's been an expensive season for Williams with repairs. Thanks to Logan. Could also have said he felt a bit harsh with Schumacher, where he had a couple of £1 million write-offs.
How does my tires look?
Tires are a bit on the cool side, so just watch out.
Oh shit! Are we involved in this? Kind of.
Yeah, I got good.
And you can just feel the frustration.
Does that mean penalty is incoming? There we go. I couldn't get rid of the... Which driver was it? Oh, there we go. It's Logan. Of course it's Logan. So he locked up. Did 2% extra damage to his tyres. Don't think he's done any damage to the car. Doesn't look like he's done any damage. Do we get a penalty? No, thank God for that. That would have been a stonewall penalty in the previous version of the game for us.
There's something completely wrong.
Yeah, copy.
That's not a good starting percentage there for Mech. 35%.
When you have it, give me.
It's only slightly better for Logan. Okay, so changes are needed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Massive changes are needed. Rear wing is spot on. That's encouraging. All right, let's go with a 9-1. That puts the front wing in about the right position. Let's bring it back a little bit so I can play about with the sliders here. Let's try that. Let's push that up to a 13. Go to an 8.2. Try taking that all the way down. Go back to a 7.3. Bring that down to a 6.5. Try that. See how that works. For those of you who popped in over the weekend on Twitch and said hello, thank you. Still going to be doing more test streaming. Going to be streaming more random things on there. For now, the only thing I'm going to be streaming on YouTube is going to be this series. But I'm going to do, late night live streams with Helldivers on occasion when I get my buddies around. I'll probably continue to stream my Vault-Tec series through the day. I'm looking into how to archive and edit the video streams and then publish them on the Twitch channel, so they will be available to view after the fact if you miss them. It's going to be a while before that's fully up and running. So if we do end up migrating this series over to Twitch, it won't be until probably Season 2.
Copy.
But Season 1 will be remaining on this channel permanently. Their Twitch accounts are completely free. They're Amazon-owned Twitch now, so I don't know, maybe if you've got an Amazon account you can connect it that way. I don't know. I've had my Twitch account for years, even though I've never really used it, but just so I could comment on on other people's streams.
Does everything feel
All right, 55%. That's a nice improvement, but it's still a way off.
Copy that. Okay with the car?
Much better there for Logan,
Car's good.
82%.
That's fine.
Let's get them to finish their runs, and then we'll make some changes ready for FP2.
Bring the car back in.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's have a little look-see at those setups. Ooh, okay, that's a 5.5. Put that back up to a 7. That might be it. That might be all we need to do. Go 25 laps of fuel, go with the mediums, and as always, we'll drop those pace settings. Let's take a look at Schumacher. A bit more work involved here. Let's go to a 6.4. That definitely needs to be all the way back down there. We'll go with that.
Okay, should be green.
VSC. Who has crashed? Where? And will be involved?
A lot of
Oh, yeah, that's a whack
No,
from a Williams.
no, no.
Is that Leclerc out? No, it's Fittipaldi out. Oh, it is Leclerc out. Both of them are gone. See what he has to say for himself.
That's race over, man.
Not going to throw away an opportunity to get a quick screenshot of the Ferris wheel. I'm not sure how old that Ferris wheel is, but it was there when I was watching Formula One in the late 80s. So it's old. it's over. It's what, about at least 35 years old, if not more. Probably a lot more.
How is the balance? How's the balance?
All right, slowly getting there.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, box now.
Understood.
Missed it. All right, let's go back to the 5.5 here as well then. Push that up there. Let's go with a 7.5. Bring that up. Yeah, try that. One of the things I do like about this circuit is if you can
All okay with the car?
time it just right. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Logan's car is set up now. Is
We understood.
we go to Logan here, go to this view, you can actually see cars going over the bridge as you're going under it. Unfortunately, we were just a little bit behind Charles there. But we'll see if we can catch one of those for a screenshot as well. Just get Mick back out on track. Not quite. Not this time. Don't think we'll get it with Logan either. No. Or maybe with Mick. Ah. Not quite. But I'll take that screenshot. And that'll be it. I'll be done with it there. Give me some thumbnail options for this one. So now we just need to wait and see how Mick feels with the changes that we've made. Hopefully he'll be happy as well. Logan pulling into the garage. And he just needs a standard run on the softs in FP3 to get himself up to 100% track knowledge. Everything else is done. Max is looking very quick.
I just went into quick. Oh, so annoying.
And it was Mick Schumacher involved. And that's where they slightly run off the track. They've got to be
Very
careful
slightly.
and watch the car.
He just
there.
ran the curve a little bit aggressively through turn one, and that just pushed him out slightly wider than normal. But no damage done. No real loss of time. I'm curious to how Max is so quick. There we go. Brand new gearbox in the car. That will have picked his pace up a bit. He's on softs. Is anyone else on soft? No, no one else is on softs at the moment. They set their times on softs. don't know from here.
Car all okay?
And that is Mick 100 as well. Lovely
Yeah,
stuff.
copy that.
So a nice, simple, straightforward FP3. Hopefully no crashes, no drama. I am going to skip qualifying here today, given that tyre wear is going to be an issue. I do not want to melt my tyres trying to keep up with cars that are going to be too quick for me anyway, and slip down a load of places right at the very beginning of the race. So we'll start from the back, we'll protect the tyres right from the off, and then hopefully that will come good for us as the race progresses, and then we can start moving up. It's the same strategy I tried and did not work at Melbourne. It may well not work here as well because shit car, but there's a lot less DRS on this track. There's one DRS straight. There's no double DRS zones like there were at Melbourne. So that might make things a little easier to stay with the traffic. But first, one final practice session. Breaking out the soft tyres.
Okay, green light, green light.
Evening, Farah. What happened on Saturday? You'd have enjoyed it. Hamilton had some issues at China. Mr. Otto was watching and said that you should have been there. On what platform? PS5. I just streamed straight through Twitch, straight through the PS5. I hadn't got the channel configured properly. I'm still figuring out how to go work the mobile dashboard. So none of the footage was saved, but I have got I think, a bit of hell diving from last night in the can, waiting to be edited and confirmed.
Box.
And I'm going to be streaming more throughout the day, and with my Vault-Tec over the next week or so, while I still get to grips with it. And then I might start a different series there. I'll keep hell diving on Twitch. Evening, Mr. Water. Speaking of Hamilton, he just jumped all the way up into 4th place. Now 3rd. All right, ready for us to not qualify.
Our weekend continues with qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Remember, we lose the slowest 5 drivers at the end of Q1, another 5 at the end of Q2, and Q3 will set the top 10 positions.
And here's a driver there's been quite a focus on recently, Karun.
That's actually
Valtteri
6.
Bottas.
They weren't as quick as I expected them
5.
to be in practice. They'll want to land better lap times than that today to earn a solid position on the starting grid.
Good point, Karun. Let's get on with qualifying.
For safety's sake, let's change the gearbox. Actually, no, we're still running original parts, no upgrades on the car yet. We'll keep with the old gearbox. It's going to be slow, going to be near the back of the grid. There's no point wearing out a gearbox that's brand new at this stage.
Get ready for the green light.
Charles is out on an in lap. Let's see how he does today. Considering he was walloped by Fittipaldi. I wonder if his car is running with a damaged engine now, or if he's had to put a new engine part in the car. He did get an almighty wallop. In FP2 from Fittipaldi. Took them both out of the session. Hamilton goes fastest. That's very fast, actually. It's quicker than Sainz. The Mercedes brought a good upgrade. Oh yeah, look at that. He's got a new gearbox. Engine and ERS are down a little bit as well. They should be in the 60s. Or 70s there. Size is what they should be at. So 64% and 77% against 56 and 58. Russell's gone quicker than Hamilton, so it does look like Mercedes have brought some upgrades here. Norris is a long way off the pace. Oh, the Red Bull's getting in the way. That's going to hurt Leclerc in the final sector. Is that Max getting ready to start his lap, or Perez making his way back to the pits? Leclerc misses out on pole. He would have had it, I think. It was Perez coming to the pits. Max is yet to go out. Here he is. Max goes top by almost a second. Wow. That is a hell of a lap. Blistering pace from Max Verstappen there. There's Leclerc getting up into second place, a bit more realistic from what was expected from him. Mercedes cars aren't going back out. Norris is in trouble. Gasly's out. He's 3.5 seconds off the pace. I wonder how quick we are actually compared to that time from Max. Magnussen should find a bit of time. I would imagine Fittipaldi will find some time. I don't know what happened to Gasly. He must have been held up. Norris now into the drop zone. Magnussen improves up to 11th. Now Piastri is in the drop zone as well. Both McLarens are in trouble, and I think Piastri is done. Piastri is out. He's on his way back to the pits. Is the same going to happen to Norris? What has happened to McLaren's pace? Fittipaldi gets through, knocking Hulkenberg out. And Norris jumps up to third with a proper lap time. But there you see, Oscar Piastri will be starting from 19th place. What a disaster. And it's Leclerc who does put it on pole in the end. By 1/10 of a second from Max. Then it's Sainz in third, Norris fourth, Russell fifth. What happened to Hamilton? Hamilton out in Q2 by less than 1/10 of a second to Fernando. Well, to somebody. Probably Fernando. No, to Ricciardo. Yeah, it was Ricciardo who knocked him out. So, Perez starting 6th, then Ricciardo 7th, Stroll 8th, Tsunoda 9th in his home Grand Prix, Alonso 10th. Well. Evening, Victor.
It won't be long before we get underway here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Suzuka is a high-speed, high-downforce circuit with unpredictable weather. Drivers need to have total trust in their cars to make the most of this challenging figure-of-8 lap. Welcome to race day, and before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
All right, let's take a little look. I know tyre wear is going to be a factor. Because of the heat, so we'll go with that for Logan, but I am going to try this one for Mick. Just going to have to be a bit more careful with his first stint. I am going to take 4 laps of fuel out. Because with the heat, we might need to do some fuel saving just to cool the engines down. We are 20th and 21st. So who is behind us? I didn't remember seeing any penalties. Oh, then it's Fittipaldi, isn't it?
The anticipation is really
It is going to be
building
Fittipaldi.
here.
He picked
The
up 10
fans
seconds
in attendance are
in
absolutely
Melbourne.
buzzing with excitement.
So far he's taken out cars in Jeddah, he's taken out cars in Melbourne, and then he took out
Fighting their way out from P21 is not going to be easy at all.
Leclerc in FP2 here at Suzuka.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine.
Let's see how long he keeps that streak going. He might single-handedly bankrupt the Williams team at this rate.
They're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Evening, Packins.
For the high speed.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Oh, a lovely little move there from Schumacher. Gets the tuck in behind Oscar.
Yeah, very good.
Let's just put our head down.
I'm happy to lean more on the tires.
Let's use that K1.
Copy.
DRS enabled. Okay, there's McLaren ahead. Gap ahead is 1.4.
All right, did a decent first lap. Everyone's pushed their tyres harder than us, including Perez on his hards. We've got a yellow flag already. Someone running a bit wide by the look of it. Yeah,
But this
Nico
is what
Hulkenberg.
happened. Nico Hulkenberg there. And they just can't keep on the track. And they might want to take a look at the floor of the car there, because that won't do it any good.
He's only a few places further up the road from us, so hopefully he's done some damage.
And use overtake if required.
Copy.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
Oh, wow, they dropped me really quickly coming out of Spoon. I was winning a couple of tenths. That's the tyre push responsible for that. Did manage to get the DRS though. Here's Logan having a potential look up the inside of Fittipaldi into turn one. It's just getting a bit of a slipstream from Gasly.
Need some recharge.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Evening, Cloud. Where is all this bright sunshine that was going to melt the tyres?
Can push even more.
Another yellow flag. That is a VSC. That's an
VSC.
Alpine. It's Ocon. Oh, yeah, that's out. That's a retirement.
Was that honestly?
There's a barrier, Esteban. You're supposed to avoid them.
Yeah, just go a bit slower.
Yeah, copy.
He's got nothing to say to that. Did the car get any better? No. No, it did not.
Good. Be careful for debris.
But this circuit should be a little bit kinder to us than Melbourne was. Not by a lot, but a little bit. And now I get to save a big chunk of that fuel that we'd underfueled by.
Yeah, 0.4.
And this might have to be our strategy for the next several races, is just underfuel like crazy and then be prepared to do a lot of fuel saving, but jump on every safety car and VSC like this to save as much as we can to minimise lift and coast during the racing itself. Already you can see some cars pushing their tyres very hard. Nico Hulkenberg down to 73%. Magnussen at 74%. Haas are not kind on their tyres. 78% for Zhou's soft, 83% for Bottas's mediums. And with Ocon out, that is our sponsor goal achieved, as long as we don't retire. Schumacher needs 20th or higher. Sargent needs 21st or higher. So we will get some money, which will immediately get spent on building additional side pods. We started at what, 7.1 kilos under, I think. We're at 5.6 already.
VSC ending.
Copy.
Okay, focus on bringing temperature in the tires.
DRS enabled.
And let's see if we can get ourselves back
Copy.
onto Oscar. And we'll see if we can get Fittipaldi
Copy.
with Logan as well.
Use overtake
Tyres
now,
are
please.
outside the window at the moment. You got your first point at season 2 in China. Congratulations. Tyres into the window.
Tires are in a good window in terms of temperature.
Copy.
Oh, Joe got me.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Copy.
You'll be pleased to know, Mr. Watt, the toe probably isn't broken or fractured. It still hurts a little bit. A lot less than yesterday. I can actually put weight on it today.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, that's a mistake from Fittipaldi. Thank you very much.
Keep doing what you're doing. UP20, Gasly ahead. Gap 2.2.
Copy.
Just about holding off Gasly, but it's going to be tricky.
Mode push.
Copy.
And I'm now
DRS
out
is
of
currently
battery
disabled. DRS
with
is
Logan.
disabled.
Copy. Yep, copy that.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Damn it, yeah. Leave me alone. There we go. Managed to hold him off. Just. But surely it's going to be a done deal on the start-finish straight.
How is the tire deck? How's the tire?
Good, it's okay.
Well, it's realistic, Cloud, looking at it that way. I mean, that is often how teams do get their first points. They don't suddenly find performance, they just get a bit lucky. You know, they run a decent race and then some retirements help them out and they find themselves in the points at the end. That's how most teams get their first points.
We still have a chance. So watch for Sargent behind. Gap behind 2.5.
Try and use the start-finish straight to get a bit more battery into Mick, or at least not spend as much battery.
Let's recharge a bit.
Copy.
There we go.
Charge on.
Copy.
fuel do I need? .9 kilos for a lap. So we're a little under 3 laps down on fuel at the moment. We're going to probably get laps twice in this race. So I need to get down to about 3.8 kilos. That should be achievable without too much work. Sargent is closing in on Mick at the moment. Confidence is a little higher. Just keeping a watching brief on the cars in front of us, Joe and Gasly. Let's see the Haas cars boxing very soon. You want to replace Lawson Behrman. Is that Lawson for Behrman or Lawson with Behrman for Lawson? Alright, both Haas cars going another lap. I do get the feeling they're going to box at the same time. Oh, you want to sign Lawson to replace Behrman? Okay. As Piastri finally gets past Valtteri. We are dropping further away. I think I can change this strategy now. Try and go for that. Stick with that for Mick. Yeah, this could be a double stack for Haas here, which would not be great for whichever one goes in second, especially if there's a problem for the first one, which we have seen a lot for Haas so far this season. So Magnussen could get well and truly shafted here. And he gets overtaken by Oscar through 130R. Oh, and then nearly takes him out.
And if we watch Magnussen,
He actually clipped through the rear wheel there.
Well, hopefully not a sign of things to come.
That's one way to create space to your teammate. Well, Hülkenberg stayed out, and Magnussen as well, and those tyres are ruined now. Well, that gives us an overtake.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
A free overtake on Magnussen. He's going to be so slow here.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
I wonder if he's going to puncture.
How is the tire?
Jets, take over up.
Logan's too far behind.
Mode push.
Copy.
Yeah, he's punctured. Magnussen's punctured. Nah, his tyre blew coming out of spoon.
No, puncture.
And Hulkenberg is in.
Charge on.
Okay.
It's a good stop. Here comes Magnussen slowly crawling into the pits. Evening refill. And it is a bad stop. Medium tyres going on. And it's hard tyres for Hulkenberg. Right, Max is in. Mediums for Max. Will get out in front of Albon, who's now P11, although needs to stop probably at the end of this lap.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
Copy.
You have a feeling Max will either go to Aston or Mercedes in 26. I'd be surprised if he goes to Mercedes now. Now that they've announced Kimi. You know, and I can't see them getting rid of Alonso at Aston. Possibly one of the reasons why Newey is potentially heading to Aston is because of Alonso. So they would have to make a decision about Lance. And then that would be an interesting driver lineup of Alonso and Verstappen. That would be a very interesting driver lineup.
So heads down, focus.
You would be surprised if Russell was dropped for Max with Russell going to Red Bull. Well, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not impossible. it would be a huge vote of no confidence in George. No, they view Kimi as, you know, the next Max Verstappen. So they're not going to just have him for a year and drop him. If they feel after a season that he needs a lot more polish, they may potentially look at moving him to a customer team for a season or two, with a view to bringing him back. But they won't get rid of him completely. Kimi Antonelli is viewed in motoring circles as the next Max. Highly rated. The most exciting prospect in a very long time.
Okay, we're still okay. Okay, Sargent behind. Okay, charge on.
Copy.
There goes Zhou into the pits.
Box.
Yeah, copy, box.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
Box now, big.
Copy for box.
If Norris scores 8 more points than Max for the rest of the season, he'll be world champion. Yeah, but how likely is that to happen? On current form, you have to say not likely. He could get a big points haul over Max at Singapore and Baku, potentially. This is quite a bumpy track, but we'll have to see.
Overtake is available if needed.
Come on, hold him back if you can. Hold him back if you can. Yes, good lad, good lad.
In the pit lane.
Bad stop for Gasly. Nope, clean stop. It sounded like a bad stop. .9. Ugh. It's not quick. It's clean, but it's not quick. We're going to come out behind Fittipaldi, but ahead of Magnussen.
Your P20.
Fittipaldi's tyres are already 17% worse than ours, and we're right behind him.
Behind Magnussen.
Oh, both Mercedes are in at the same time. I think that was a bit of a hold-up for George there. As Oscar finally boxes for his first stop. He's going for another set of softs. He's cutting his way through the traffic nicely at the moment. Let's see where he feeds out. 14th.
Pit entry.
So he's up 4 places so far. No, only 3 places because of Fittipaldi. That's a better stop, but not by a lot. 2.8.
And racing at the exit. Gap 1.3. Car behind his bag. Gap behind 2.5 to Kevin.
To recharge the pack. Copy.
Mode push.
Yeah, copy.
Need some recharge.
Copy.
Magnussen's going for a couple of quick moves. Sargent is down into medium confidence. Ooh, damage for Albon. It's got to be underfloor. Unless, maybe, it's the gearbox. Batteries into the pits. New set of soft tyres. Will come out behind his teammate. There's us.
Tires are in a good window.
Copy.
Yeah, it's got to be underfloor damage.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Sargent's pace should pick up now on this lap. Now his tyres are up to temperature.
You're doing a good job with that.
Copy.
Need to save about another 1.2, 1.3 kilos of fuel. And we've still got 34 laps to do that on after this one. More than enough time. No, Sargent's pace is just bad. I mean, we know he's coming into this race with reduced stats because of his sponsor commitments. So we knew he was going to have a rough race anyway, but I thought he'd be a little bit quicker than that, given that he's on the soft tyres. Let's give him a bit of battery to play with and see if that can pump in some faster times. Get those personal bests up.
Okay, good job. Now pick up your pace.
Just a little wary of Magnussen sneaking in. Oh, gearbox problem.
Stand by on that.
And as far as we can tell,
Focus on driving as much as you can and as best as you can.
caused by curbs and condition. All right, in that
Okay,
case,
so Kevin behind has DRS.
Understood.
let's slow him down a bit.
Copy that.
Just manage this tire.
Try and get that fixed in the next couple of laps. We'll save a bit of tyre wear, save up some battery, and then we'll have another crack.
Copy.
Once that fault clears, hopefully in a couple of laps' time. You can see how close we are to getting lapped. There is Sargent. There is Leclerc. And Sainz. The two Ferraris are calling us in very quickly right now. A 1:30.8. That is a blisteringly quick lap there for Lewis. Although he's 32 seconds off the Ferraris already. Oh, they haven't stopped yet, that's why. Nor is Norris. Shut the door on Magnussen for now. There's the Ferraris. Norris is probably going to box this lap. Max is catching him. Nearly 2 seconds a lap. There's Alonso into the pits from 10th place. He gets rid of his medium, so he's going to be soft tyres to the end now. One more stop to come.
We want to leave.
May as well do a little bit of fuel saving as well.
Copy.
Meanwhile, Schumacher is keeping Magnussen at bay. Not really closing in on Fittipaldi though. About the same kind of pace. Should start to hopefully haul him in soon, as Fittipaldi's tyres are about to take a little bit of a performance hit now that they're at 60%.
Back on tires when capacity.
Tires are okay.
Battery is good.
Yeah, confirm.
And there goes Leclerc. Norris has stayed out. And he's been overtaken by Max.
Solid blue, solid blue.
Copy that.
And we have actually gapped Magnussen now. Very nice. And we We have taken some time out of Fittipaldi on that lap.
Management is good.
Still got the gearbox issue. And we knew this was a potential issue that would rear its head in this race because we decided not to switch out the gearbox.
Mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Start to really push in on Fittipaldi. Just going to miss the DRS, I think.
Charge on.
Copy.
Come on, gearbox issue. Clear up. Magnussen's catching me now. Oh no, wait, I'm looking at the wrong car. There we go. So how can Magnussen be catching me? He's ahead of me. Norris is finally in. He's lost out to Perez as well now. He's gone mediums.
Seemed a little bit better.
What tyres was he using to start with? Softs. So that's him to the end then. He's going for a one stop. And he gets out right in front of George. And there we go. Gearbox has fixed itself. So we can now
Like to reduce like
Copy.
start to pick the pace back up again.
Copy.
Oh, for God's sake! It's instantly back again.
Stand by that.
Screw it.
We can see. We can.
We'll just have to live with it.
What can I do to help?
Yeah, drivability issue. That one can't be fixed. So Logan's just going to keep pookling around at the very back of the grid today.
Okay, mode push.
Copy.
I want to get nice and close
Charge
to
on,
Fittipaldi now.
charge on.
Get a lap of battery charging out of him. And then we'll make the move. Unless Mick has other ideas and goes early. She might do. Just having a look. Fittipaldi sweeps around the outside to hold the position. That's good. That's what I wanted him to do.
Just do the best you can. And let's go charge on, please.
And now Magnussen's back in range again. And I've dropped too far off the back of Fittipaldi. There we go. Make some gains through the corners, please.
See if you can find any time.
Oh, yellow flag, and that is Fittipaldi making a mistake again under pressure. That's the second time he's done that.
We need a back off.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now by the looks of things, we're at turn 15 now. Well, you can see the lockup. They took a gamble and it was just too late.
He's going to probably hit the pits at the end of this lap now. I'm yet to be lapped with Schumacher, but the leaders are closing in pretty quickly. There is Verstappen just exiting the hairpin. We're doing 135s, 132s. We are 3 seconds a lap slower than Max right now. Joe's going to be boxing very soon, so he's going to ignore some of those blue flags, but it is going to drop him into the midfield where he might well get blue flagged a lot in quick succession. We might be able to gain some time over Joe, depending on how the blue flags affect us. Because we'll get hit by the leaders, but then the rest of the cars will probably not be as much of an issue. Bad stop for Sainz. Problem with that front left. New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. He's on hards to the end. Sainz has done 30 laps on those mediums. He will probably be able to go to the end on those softs. The temperature is nowhere near what we were expecting. So our weather centre lies to us, but then given its rubbish condition, that doesn't surprise me too much. So there's Fittipaldi. He's a long way behind Sargent now, although he has stopped for his final stop. Hard tyres to the end. We might yet manage to beat Fittipaldi here.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
I'm going to give up some battery, some
Turn one.
position here.
Copy.
So we may as well save a little battery while we're doing it. Save a touch of fuel as well. Can't save too much. Magnussen's close, although he has to stop.
Copy.
That might be a bit too optimistic there. Yeah, we'll go there. Magnussen's already had to yield. That's dropped him an extra second or second and a half behind us. Don't want to have to yield on the main straight.
That K1.
Oh, god damn it, Mick.
No problem.
I just went into...
Let's take a closer look. Here we are then at turn 15. And there's the lockup. But that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
At least we got going quickly. But again, escape road. Why didn't you use the escape road? Alright, Magnussen's in. Joe is exiting the pits as well. He is on to mediums. Let's see, where is Joe? He's behind Leclerc. Magnussen has come out behind Norris, Hamilton and Sainz. He has got Russell, Tsunoda, Piastri and Ricciardo closing in pretty quickly. Some of those are going to be stopping soon though, so hopefully they lap him before that happens.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
There we go, full battery now for Schumacher. That's Magnussen. 1:33. No idea what time Magnussen did, but it won't be that quick. As Tsunoda sneaks through up into 7th place. Yuki's still got time to go as well, so he will lap Magnussen before having to box. And if he can lap him quickly, then he might drop him into the clutches of the cars behind for them to lap him as well.
And Alonso is struggling.
Alright, gearbox maybe?
I don't have
No.
deployment.
Battery. Hulkenberg out onto a set of medium tyres to the end, comfortably ahead of us. We've got Zhou closing in on the back of Mick. Oh man, I've just seen how much we lost on our tyres. More than I thought.
And box.
Copy, box.
Now is Yuki. Russell and George. Russell and George. Russell and Oscar have both boxed. Ricardo's still out there, but I don't know if he'll catch Magnussen. Magnussen's did a 132 on that lap. Tsunoda did a 131, but that was a push lap, I think, so Tsunoda will definitely get Magnussen, and then that might be it for a while.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Okay.
Joe has DRS behind.
Good entry.
Right, managed to block off Joe, but we've got yellow flags, blue flags about to hit us. That means we might lose the place. Hamilton leaves the pits behind us. There goes Logan. 2.7, stops are getting quicker.
We need to save some fuel because we're not going to finish.
Copy.
Load push.
Copy.
Ah, he got me, damn it. Hoping he wouldn't be able to do that.
And that's 20 laps to go. 20.
Okay, Mick, charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Confidence halved. Sargent is still only one lap down.
Black.
We might have to do more fuel saving here. Definitely going to have to do more fuel saving with Mick.
Like up.
Copy.
We
Some lift and coast.
definitely were a bit too optimistic with the fuel, I think. But I was expecting the temperatures to be so much hotter than this. That's Perez lurking in the background behind Schumacher there. He is so far behind his teammate right now. Although Max needs to stop again, so he's actually... he's going to come out around Perez when he boxes, Verstappen. But he'll be on softs. for the end, and they'll be so much quicker.
Okay, box now, box now.
Copy, box.
So we are 21 and a half seconds ahead of Fittipaldi. We should beat Fittipaldi with Schumacher. We'll be very disappointed if I don't, but I think Magnussen may be a little bit too far ahead of us. Sargent, I'm expecting to just come in last. But it's money paying last, so it's not the end of the world. Keep an eye on Schumacher's rate of recovery. There's Valtteri boxes. Max is in, so will he feed out in front or behind of Perez? There's those soft tyres. Perez just coming out of the Casio triangle now. I think he might get out in front of him. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight.
Copy, Pedantry.
It's going to come out just behind. There's Perez. But he'll get on him very quickly. Right, Schumacher in for his final stop. Oh, that's a decent stop. 2.5. Why couldn't the rest be like
You
that?
just have to watch your mirrors.
There is Fittipaldi. And we do not get blue flagged by Russell and Piastri. That's excellent news, because Fittipaldi will get blue flagged for them.
Try and get the temps down.
Copy.
He was 17, 18 seconds behind Magnussen. Like I say, I think that might be a little bit too much, but there's a couple of cars coming up to lap him, and the two cars in front will catch him and hopefully lap him. And if we can stay with them on these softs, then that could be good. We need to get these tyres up to temperature, but I also need to protect them because we've had to stop a little earlier than we would normally have done. And we have to fuel save.
He's overtake. He's overtake.
Copy.
May as well burn that battery off. Yellow flag.
Yellow head.
Copy.
Oh, crash for Gasly. Oh, I've not seen a crash there before.
The team glued to the...
And that's done some serious damage to Gasly's car. Wing is completely mangled His tyres are in bad shape. Gasly's going to have to stop. And that brings him back into contention for catching him and passing him.
To charge on.
Yeah, perfect.
See, can we scare Fittipaldi off the road again? We've done it twice so far. Yeah, we're past Gasly.
Maybe get this race back to us somehow.
Confidence is coming back up at a normal rate. That's good, because that was the biggest problem we had in Melbourne, was his confidence was just trickling in at the slowest rate possible. Sargent's only a second late. He's right there.
Gasly. Don't worry, don't worry.
That was Ricardo. We've got Tsunoda coming up behind us. I'd like to get through before that happens.
We're good on temps.
There we go.
Good job, mate. So first car ahead of you, Schumacher.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Copy. You can reduce the LICO.
Copy.
So what DRS?
Yeah, copy.
Need some recharge.
Copy.
So Gasly has dropped behind the Aston of Stroll.
We are happy with pace.
He
and
will
time
start to
management.
catch us back up, I think. Meanwhile,
Gap is 1.3. It's okay.
so race update. It is Leclerc leading from sight by 2 seconds. Leclerc on those hard tyres is going to be very comfortable to the end now. Sainz less so on his soft. He's going for that one stop, we think. Then Perez in third. Max has caught him but has not got past him yet. Perez still has the fastest lap. They are about to lap. Is that Albon? Yeah, that's Albon. Norris is in fifth. Hamilton a long way back in sixth. But comfortably ahead of Piastri, who is fighting with Russell. Been a decent recovery for Piastri now, up from 18th, 17th on the grid. So he's up 10 places. Yuki sets a new fastest lap of the Grand Prix. We are just lurking at the moment behind Fittipaldi. We are closing in on Magnussen.
9.
Magnussen's doing 135s. We're doing 134s. We're lapping about a second and a half faster. So we could yet catch Magnussen. We will get past Fittipaldi. It's just biding our time at the moment.
Copy.
Here come the
Charge on,
Toro
charge
Rossos,
on.
the RBs, whatever you want to call them, of Ricardo and Tsunoda, nose to tail. We'll let them go through. Oh no, you're kidding, Farah.
Gap 1.3. So watch for Sargent behind.
I'm opening up BBC News right now. Nothing on BBC News? Not yet.
Management's good.
Understood.
Charge on.
Copy.
When did that story break?
We're happy with tires.
Copy.
Oh yeah, I knew he was getting up there in years. I still remember him from obviously everyone's going to remember him from Star Wars and stuff, but I still remember him from like Conan as well.
Let's recharge a bit.
Copy.
No doubt I'll get a notification alert coming through soon then.
We'll totally catch them up, okay? Just hold back a little bit.
Yeah, copy.
And how is the deg? How's the tire?
Good, it's okay. Copy.
Lift and coast is good.
Copy.
Gasly's damage must be more substantial than I thought. I was going on to soft, to hards, not soft. That might be another reason why he's not caught us up yet.
Charge off.
Copy.
This tire has plenty of life, we can push. Mode push.
Yeah, copy.
Good job. Kevin ahead.
Try to save fuel where you can.
I got it.
Yeah, Deadline have published an article. Variety have. Sky News just broke it 3 minutes ago. Yeah, that's another voice of my childhood gone. moment of silence for the late great James Earl Jones there.
Okay, we need to save some
He
fuel.
will be missed.
Copy.
He was a king in Coming to America as well, wasn't he? Eddie Murphy's father. Yeah, Google's caught up now. Right, the first thing that came up when I searched him a couple of minutes ago was his wiki. Now it's just news stories.
Got no ERS.
Copy.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Target the Lyco.
Copy.
For the old school gamers of you out there as well, you may remember him from Command and Conquer as well. Right, let's see. Can we hunt down Magnussen? I think the gap is just a little bit too big. We've done all the fuel saving we need to do with both cars. Got some tyre life left. We are gaining by at least a second a lap, but I don't think it's enough. There is Magnussen. That's the last. Oh no, there's still one more car to lap him. That is Ricciardo. Hopefully he's not going to get DRS here. I don't think he's close enough. No, he didn't get it. That's something. So we are 7 seconds behind him.
Six to go.
Copy.
He's going to lift through Dunlop. Out of the Degners. And there's the lift. We've just come out of the Degner ourselves. There we are.
How's the deck, Mick?
It seems to degrade a bit, but it's still fine to go.
And there is the alert from BBC.
Did you slack code?
Copy.
Right, 4 laps to go. 5 seconds the gap.
5 laps to go.
Yeah. He took 2 seconds of that on that last lap, but that's because he got lapped. Let's push the tyres a little harder.
Okay, Mick, let's just put our head down.
Let's see if we can find him. Looks like Sargent might actually get lapped twice after all. Max is now in the lead. Wow, yeah, he suddenly came alive, didn't he? Gasly's fault gets worse. We have the beating of him. So we'll finish 20th with Logan. I could have gone 18th and 20th. That would have been extremely optimistic though.
4 laps.
3 laps to go. We're 4 seconds down. I don't think we're going to catch him. It's just us against Magnussen. There's no other cars in the way. No other lap traffic coming through.
How are the tires?
I'm starting to struggle a bit.
And go push.
Probably a silly decision, but I want to see if I can get past Fittipaldi. We suddenly closed him right down. If I'm going to do it, I need to stay ahead of Max.
Management is good.
Or at least delay getting laps by Max as long as I can. Two laps left. Three and a half seconds to gap. We're not going to get him.
Gap is 3.5. Three laps to go.
Copy.
Reduce the lift and co.
Yeah, copy that.
So Sargent's been a lap, which means we've got no chance now of catching Fittipaldi. Not in one lap. Magnussen giving it large. I don't know if he's trying to catch Joe.
There'll be 2 laps to go at the line.
Final lap. Yeah, he's under 3 seconds. If he makes a mistake or if his tyres go pop, that will promote us up to 17th. Sargent is home and hosed. His race is done. 20th place.
Max Verstappen.
That'll be worth a couple of £100,000.
And today's winner.
Careful, my tyres don't go pop here.
Let's look after this tire. Mode push. We'll go to high fuel now.
Okay, copy.
It is going to be 18th place for Mick.
Gap is 2 right now.
I mean, considering how
We'll just see what we
bad we got battered pace-wise in Melbourne,
Checkered
that's
flag.
a little bit of an improvement. Only 1 retirement and we still managed to get 18th. No full safety car to keep closing the pack back up, no red flags.
That's Oscar Piastri after what was a very exciting Grand Prix.
7th place at the end of that one, and some points for the team.
Yeah, good recovery race for Oscar there.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
What an excellent way to take a second win of the season, with a composed performance today.
And a lovely show of sportsmanship to conclude proceedings here in Japan. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that's all for today as we wrap up the weekend here in Japan.
Join us for the next round as we head to Shanghai for all the excitement of the Chinese Grand Prix.
All right, then confirmation of the final result. It is win number 2 for Max Verstappen, but championship leader Charles Leclerc in second place probably will keep the gap comfortable enough to stay top. Perez up 3 places to finish in third. Good recovery from him because he looked like he was going to finish a distant 6th at one point. Then it's Sainz in 4th, Norris in 5th, Hamilton up 5 places to finish in 6th. 11 places gained from Oscar, starting 18th and finishing in 7th. Good race for him. Then it is Russell in 9th. Tsunoda with a blisteringly quick lap at his home Grand Prix for the bonus point. It gets him 3. And then Ricciardo rounding out the top 10. Followed by Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso in 11th and 12th. Bottom half of the standings, there's Hulkenberg in 13th. That's probably going to move Haas up in the constructors a little bit. Albon 14th, then it is Bottas from Zhou, Magnussen from Mick up 3, Fittipaldi 19th, up 3 places as well. Sargent 20th, Gasly down in 21st, Ocon failing to finish. Another abysmal weekend for Alpine. In the driver standings, Leclerc does stay top by 13 points from Max, who moves up into second above Sainz and Norris. Sainz on 57 points in third is now 9 points behind Max and 5 ahead of Norris. Perez in fifth, is on 46 points, 6 behind Lando, and 10 ahead of Oscar in sixth. Then it's Hamilton 7th, George in 8th, Ricciardo 9th, Fernando Alonso 10th, no points for him today. Yuki Tsunoda ties him up in 11th place on 8 as well. Then it's Stroll in 12th with 3 points. Albon in 13th, the first of the non-scorers. Then it's Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Zhou, Ocon, Schumacher, Fittipaldi, Gasly, and Logan is still bottom of the standings. Constructor standings, 30 points for Ferrari, puts them on 136. Outscored by Red Bull by 10 today, they're now on 112. Closing the gap a little bit, and 24 points behind Ferrari now. McLaren in third on 88 points, and it's Mercedes with less than half of that on 41 in fourth. RB fifth with 19. Aston in sixth on 11, and then no points scored for anyone else. Williams seventh, then Haas, Sauber, Alpine, and Brabham. Let's have a look at the pit stops. Did we manage to get some points with that 2.5 second stop? Yes, we did. Fantastic. We got 2 points. So, McLaren fastest today with a 2.42. They also get 5th place there with Oscar. RB in 2nd and 6th. Good points for them. Aston in 3rd and 8th. Double points for them too. Then it is points for Perez in 4th. Williams in 7th. Sauber in 10th. No points for Ferrari again. So, standings look like this. Red Bull are top on 98 points. Big points for McLaren tonight. 35 points sees them now 18 behind Red Bull and up above Ferrari into second, who have just 48 points. So we've got 2 teams breaking away at the top. Then Aston Martin up 2 places to close with a 9 points of Ferrari, jumping ahead of jumping ahead of Mercedes, who stay on 35. RB up 4 places there, 26 points. Great weekend for them. Alpine is 7th, have 25. We are in 8th with 14 points, 1 ahead of Williams, who overtake Haas and Sauber. Sauber in 10th. Haas, we don't know how many points they've got because it doesn't show it. There's our stops, a 2.9, a 2.7 for Logan, and a 2.8 and a 2.5 for Mick. We get our payout for both drivers, so it's an extra $500,000, and that is immediately going to pay for a new side pod. Why is it saying Mick was a DNF? Did Mick not finish? Did he run out of fuel? Did that just say I didn't get paid? I'm going to replay the stream here. No, that's weird. It says I DNF'd, but I did get the payout. That's very strange. Bit of a visual glitch there, but we got the money. So that's all that matters. We got the money. So let's go in and add a second side pod to the build queue. There we go. That leaves me with just 300 grand. Let's check in with the inbox. So our car underperforms on top speed. China will need solid medium speed performance. Our car's one of the worst on the grid. No surprise there. We were above target by 3 places. We have to replace a rear wing, an underfloor, and a suspension. It's not ideal. And we've now got problems with the gearbox as well. That's now relegated to a practice part. So 1 place above expected finish for Logan, 4 places ahead for Mick. We've got a regulation vote as well. Let's have a look. So, moderate regs or minimal changes? We're going to go for moderate regs, because that will affect everybody else more than it will affect us. And let's hope that the rest of the grid votes against their own interests there. Let's check in with the board. What did they think? They were satisfied with Suzuka, so we're keeping them on side so far. That's good. It's not quite as bad a start, board confidence-wise, as it was with Goodwood. Let's have a look at our mentality hub. So Logan is negative right now. Pretty much what you would expect. Same there for Mick. The staff are all relatively okay. They're just miserable about how poor the car performance is. But we have finally got our first set of upgrades into production. So we will hopefully have those on the car soon. May well put the side pods on the car for China. I don't know about the chassis yet. That decision remains to be made. Let's go fix up what needs to be fixed. So swap out the rear wing. A lot of parts that are getting close to breaking. Swap out the underfloor and the suspension. I no longer have a spare suspension, and it's going to be a while, unfortunately, till I can get the next one into production. It's still going through the design phase right now, but I can't build a new suspension because I've only got 2 slots, so we just got to hope, keep our fingers crossed that we don't damage a suspension in the next Grand Prix or 2. Easier said than done. So we don't have a weather report for China yet. Let's advance time. Sports Center improves. That's a little bit of extra cash. Can I afford to upgrade it? Yes, I can. Let's slap that upgrade on. Drive attention between Gaten Diego and Logan Sargent. We will intervene and keep our fingers crossed. Low chassis stock, well, that's not going to be an issue going forward. We have the results of the regulation vote. Let's have a look. It's also the end of a new month. No, it's not. It's just a staff survey result. Why is that now in the middle of April? Okay, very weird. So overall mentality is negative for Logan. It's neutral for everybody else. Research is now available now that we have the regulations set for next season. Let's see what those regulations are going to be. Okay, it's minimal changes. That's going to make it a little harder to close down the rest of the field. Who voted against? McLaren, Red Bull, Haas, Alpine, and us. We lost the vote 6-5. Damn you, Sauber. I blame Sauber for that one. And there we go. We are now prepped and ready for China. Before we do that, and before we end the stream, let's go on to Mick. Let's give Mick the brand new side pod. And I'm going to gamble, and I'm going to give him the new chassis as well. Let's have a look at the difference between the cars. Okay, that makes no sense. Did I put it on the wrong car? Did I do the same with the side pod? I did. Put them on the wrong cars. There we go. Back to car analysis. Let's try this again, shall we? Right, there we go. That's what I was expecting to see. Whoops. So, we're gaining a little bit of extra speed, a little bit of extra acceleration. DRS improves by 0.3%, but the downforce goes up a little bit in the low, medium, and the high. no change to dirty air. Engine cooling improves by about 2.5%. Take half of the extra weight off the car. Not massive in the way of improvements there, as you can see. But we have gained a few ranks in engine cooling. We've gained a couple of ranks in downforce. So we're not going to be completely disastrously bad. Just still pretty bad. Let's take a little gander at Sauber. Oh, wow. Yeah, their acceleration is very good compared to us. They are a fair bit ahead of us. They have improved their tyre preservation as well. They were 20-odd% at the start of the year. They're now 30%. Let's see who else. Let's have a look at Williams. Williams, we still have better tyre wear than them. They've got better engine cooling, better downforce. Okay, Alpine. Who is the team that we are better than? I think it might just be that Sauber. It is, yeah, it's just the Sauber that we're better than. So we'll have a better chance of catching or staying with Zhou. They are still almost a kilometre of an hour quicker than us with better acceleration and better DRS. And better dirty air. It's going to be tough. But the next round of upgrades, the suspension and the underfloor, which will be ready to go into production after China, will give us a little bit more of a chance to close the gap up. The suspension should give us a nice big boost to our tyre cooling. Hopefully the underfloor will give us a bit of a boost to our downforce. Speed isn't really going to improve, and then we get to start work on some wings after that, once we get some more cash, because that's going to be the limiting factor. We have got the suspension simulator on the way. That will help with future upgrades, but obviously not the ones that are going through right now. It's still a way off yet as well. I don't know how long it's going to take to build. What else? Still need to build a weather centre. Car part test centre, that's going to be about 4 mil to build. 4.5 mil. And more importantly, we do need to get an upgrade on the factory at some point as well. That is a long-term objective. 75 days to manufacture. So 2.5 months and 7 million. But yeah. That is definitely something we need to try and work on if we can. Hopefully we can get it in this year. If not, we definitely want to get it in ready for next year. But, first of the sprints tomorrow, round 5 at China. That will be our usual start time of 8 PM. I hope to see you all there. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.